Hi everyone. I promised that I'd make a video about this about 6 months ago, but better late than never. So today I'm going to be talking about the subject of past lives. And the subject specifically is, why don't we remember past lives? Now, a lot of people are cynical about past lives and they think there's no such thing. And that's fine. That's absolutely fine. I'm not here to push this on anybody, but I do know that a lot of people who watch these videos of mine are interested in this type of thing, and that it might be an interesting subject to talk about. So here goes. Again, a huge subject that I'm going to try and scale down in about 10 to 15 minutes. So wish me luck. Okay, so to start off with, I want to just clear something up first of all, where there might sometimes be confusion around what past lives are. So the past lives, and first of all, what I'm going to say is you haven't just led past lives, you've had future lives as well. The past lives and the future lives and this life is actually all happening simultaneously on a soul level, because on a soul level, there is no time. We think there's time because the left brain likes a reference. So it made up time, but time is not really a thing. Everything's happening in a simultaneous now moment. Okay. And the second thing that I wanted to clear up is it's not, so for example, in this lifetime, I am the personality of Jenny. I'm female, I live in Wales, XYZ. I've got certain characteristics, certain traits, a certain type of personality. That is the aspect of me that is not the eternal true self. So let me explain. So this is the character almost that I'm playing in this lifetime, is a female called Jenny. Okay. The female called Jenny is not the aspect of me that has led the other lives. It's the soul of who you are. So the essence, the consciousness, the spirit, soul really is the only way I can describe the non-physical, intelligent, eternal aspect of you is the part of you, which is the true you, that is having all of these past lives, that has had these past lives and will be having future lives, but actually in truth is happening all at the same time, because the soul is a vast, vast, vast being, and it can project its consciousness through many lifetimes all at once. This is where we get into quantum physics, but I won't blow your brain with that too much. So it's not Jenny that's had the past lives. Jenny is one of the lives that my soul is living at the minute. Okay. So hopefully that clears it up a little bit. So if you imagine, like, I don't know, the best way to describe it is like a big octopus. So the soul, the middle part of the octopus is like the main energy of the soul, and then all of its legs that come off it, it's like legs, arms, whatever you want to call it. Each part of each arm is projecting itself through a different body, through a different lifetime. Okay, but this is all happening together. But like I said, this is where multiverse quantum physics comes in. So let's just say past lives, just to clear it up, just for the purposes of this video, past lives. Okay, and the particular subject that I'm talking about in this video is, why don't we remember our past lives? So if these past lives are a thing, why don't we remember them? Okay, so when we come into this lifetime, we come from spirit into matter. So how we come from spirit into matter is the soul plans the lifetime, and then the spirit, which is the truth of who you really are, is manifested through a portal of a womb into the physical world, to have this physical lifetime where it wants to play the part of, from my experience, Jenny, for example. I'm going to come in, I'm going to play Jenny, and we're going to have this lesson and this experience, and these are going to be my family members, these are going to be my friends, these are going to be my characteristics, these are the gifts and talents that I'll pull through from other lifetimes, this is the karma that I'm going to try and balance. It's all planned from a soul level first. Okay, I know that's a lot to get your head around, but the left linear ego mind does struggle to get his head around that, because it does go beyond our understanding as humans. So in this lifetime, I am focused, my consciousness is focused through this avatar of Jenny into this specific lifetime. So when we are born, the soul, which is you, it is still you, it's not separate to you, agrees, as every other human does before it's born, if that makes sense, that it will forget when it comes into this lifetime. It will forget all of the other lifetimes, and it will just focus its awareness through this lifetime. Okay, so what happens is there's a series of procedures almost that take place on a soul level, and one of them is that an energetic veil is pulled down over the third eye chakra here, which is just an energetic eye, it's not a real eye, but the third eye is the part that sees beyond the physical world. And that's the part that obviously remembers all of these past lives and has got all that memory and data, and it holds all of that data in the third eye. If you like, we agree before we are born, we're going to forget all those past lifetimes, because if we're remembering all of those past lives and future lives, we're not going to be totally focused through this life, because our mind will be in all our other lives. So the reason that ideally we don't want to remember all of those past lives, because bearing in mind, you have had hundreds and thousands of past lives. And what I will say is you haven't just had past lives on planet Earth. You've likely had lives on other planets as well, where there is certain layers of, dimensionality. So, for example, on Earth, this is a third dimensional plane of existence, is very dense. On some other planets, it's a higher dimension, it's not as dense. There's lots of different experiences that you can live through on different planets, the soul can live through. So when it comes into this lifetime, it's just focusing through this lifetime. The reason the soul has many lifetimes is because you can't possibly learn everything that there is to learn about everything in one lifetime. Because sometimes you'll have lifetimes that might have been particularly boring and you didn't do much. Or you might have had a lifetime where you think about that time where I feel really ashamed of what I did, or I feel guilty about something, or that experience was so traumatic, it's painful, I can't even look at it. If you're traumatized by things that have just happened in this life, imagine how much your head would be like mush if you remembered every single trauma and every single experience where you felt guilty about something or ashamed about something in all of your other lifetimes. That would be too much, wouldn't it? So you wouldn't be focused into this lifetime if you were remembering all of those other things that happened to you in past lifetimes. And in some lifetimes, you might have been through some horrific things, you know? So the soul wants us to really concentrate on this lifetime. So as the personality, as the character that I'm playing here, for example, as Jenny, I want to be really focused on this life. I don't want my head to be all over the place, remembering all of my past lives, because I'm going to feel traumatized. Now, I'm not saying that every single life that you've lived was based in trauma, but when we go through lifetimes, we do experience a lot of trauma, because that's a lot of the learning experience is traumatic experiences, is how to transform from it. Sometimes there are some people that do remember their past lives, and there are some people that do have past life regression. And remembering certain lifetimes is by agreement on a soul level, because it may be that there is something that happened in a past life. For example, there's good things that have happened in past lives as well. You may have developed some sort of talent or gift in another lifetime, that you may want to retrieve the knowledge or the memory of that gift or talent that you developed, so that you can bring it into this lifetime, because it may be relevant now. Some people do remember that on purpose, though. Sometimes you may remember certain small snippets of traumatic experiences from past lifetimes, so that you can resolve that now, and so you can understand why certain things may come up for you in this lifetime. So maybe we do get a little snippet of past life experiences, but that is by agreement, but only snippets, and only when we're ready for it. The soul will not allow you to see something from a past life that you may not be ready to see, because you may not understand it enough, or it may be too much for you. At a certain level, it's going to traumatize you a bit and it may put you off your stride in this lifetime. So if some of you may have tried to have a past life regression or something, and either the past life practitioner hasn't come back to you, or the subconscious didn't allow you to see anything, or you didn't really see or feel anything, you've got to be ready for it. So the soul or the higher self may put obstacles in the way, because it knows that you might not be quite ready to see something, or it might be that, you know, timing is key when it comes to certain things. So it might not be the right time for you to see that gift or talent yet that you're trying to pull through. So I hope that kind of clears up why one of the main reasons why we don't remember past lives, because it would just be, we'd be so distracted by those past lives that we wouldn't be fully focused in this lifetime. So there's, like I said, the soul has lots and lots of different experiences, and for humanity, when you are come into the physical manifestation, like I said, through the portal of the womb, is there will be certain processes that the soul will put the human through, because it's by agreement. It's you agreeing to do that. You just don't remember that you do it. So you agree to forget for a little while. And then when we finish this lifetime, when we finish the lifetimes, we then remember again. And that's when the death transition happens, and you leave this physical experience, you wake up the other side and you go, right, I remember everything again now. Because the soul can store, that's a lot of data to store, is all of those past lives. You could also call it the Akashic Records. It's too much for the human mind to fit all of that data into as well. That's another reason, really. There's not enough storage space for that. And there's a reason for that. It's because we need to be focused in this lifetime. So I hope you found that video interesting, and if you'd like more like this, please let me know. For my YouTube, people watching it on YouTube, if you like this video, please like, share and subscribe to my channel, and comment if you wish. I would really appreciate it, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.